Match commentators at the Valley, Brian Marwood and Alan Parry.
Charlton 10th. They're on 33 points from 25 games, which actually is more than they had at the same stage last season, and they finished 9th. Manchester United 3rd on 51 points, a point behind Liverpool and Newcastle. If they win, of course, today, the champions, they will go back to the top of the table, 2 points ahead of Liverpool. Even a draw, in fact, would see them return to the leadership on goal difference. Manchester United playing in their change strip today of white shirts and black shorts. Oh, lovely skill by Luke Young. Got a bit carried away then. Here's Scholes. And again. Keane. Great run from Solskjær. He's picked him out beautifully. Giggs. Superb move.
Well, defensively they were at odds again, weren't they? Ryan Giggs ends up with the stop, but just look at the space that Ole Gunnar Solskjær had. That really is criminal in that sort of area of the field.
Beckham going in hard this time against Bart Williams. Keane out to Solskjær. Beckham finally seems to have overcome that ankle problem. Scholes finds Keane. What a good effort that was, and a fine anticipating save by Kylie.
Well, I'll tell you what, Alan, you don't appreciate what a great strike this is, because as this ball is set up for him, that really is in an area of the field where he has to keep his concentration, because there's a lot of bubbles there, a lot of divots, but he really does hit it cleanly.
Now Phil Neville. Back to Solskjær. On to Keane. Scholes. Van Nistelrooy. Chance! Well, he took it instantly, and it almost came off.
Oh, brilliant play, wasn't it, from Manchester United? It was incisive, it was bright, good passing. And this little ball from Scholes just held round the corner to Van Nistelrooy. He gets one-on-one with Costa. And he scored something similar, didn't he, from that position against Sunderland last week. This time he can't.
And Wong steps in to win it ahead of Ewell. And keeps going. Now Giggs. It's a lovely ball for Beckham, the flick. Finds Van Nistelrooy. Beckham's there again. Difficult volley, which he hit well. It came off a defender. United's corner.
Well, once again, a very, very quick break. Wonderful footwork from Ryan Giggs there. And you think, really, he's going to try and spot the pass. Just look at Solskjær here, though, at the far post. He was desperate to get the ball from Van Nistelrooy.
Both teams effectively cancelling each other out so far. Hasn't really burst into life yet.
No, but I think full credit to Charlton Athletic. They really are working hard. Just look at the determination to close down. And you can't blame them. You know, that aspect of the game has got to be absolutely spot on. No doubt Alan Kirbishley, Mervyn Day would have been saying to their players before the game, you know, it really is about making sure United don't have too much room to play in, and that's exactly what they've done. They've made it very difficult for the midfield four of Beckham, Keane, Scholes and Giggs to have any real time and room on the ball. Just look how deep Roy Keane is dropping to just try and get on the ball.
Oh, what a ball that was. Solskjær getting in behind the defender. And what a finish by Ole Gunnar Solskjær. A brilliant United goal.
Well, how deep I talked about Roy Keane had got. It's a fabulous ball. It really is one of the balls of the season. Just look at the distance here. He pings it really to Ole Gunnar Solskjær, but again, you've got to question the defending. And it's over Fisher's head. Fish pulled him back, actually, could quite easily have given a penalty, the referee. But once Solskjær is in this position, you know there's only one thing on his mind, and that's to finish. And he does it as coolly and as expertly as anybody that there is in the Premier League these days.
Van Nistelrooy, strong and skillful. Dispossessed, however, by Parker. Ewell. And Sylvester's given it away. Ewell again. And the goalkeeper to Manchester United's rescue and saving the embarrassment of Mikael Sylvester.
Got off, didn't they, with that one, because Jason Yule's tenacity just kept him going. Very nearly created a half chance for himself.
Keane. Now Scholes. On it goes to Beckham. Really skied the cross. Keane brings it down beautifully, and Solskjaer's shot just wide.
Well, this is the difficulty that Charlton have got now. They have to try and get an equaliser, so the game is going to get stretched, and when it does get stretched, Manchester United will exploit that space.
United on course to return to the top of the Premiership. They've still got some tough fixtures: Arsenal at home, Leeds and Chelsea away in the run-in to the Championship. Young's cross off Sylvester, the first corner of the second half for Charlton.
You almost need that either one of the full-backs, whether that's Young or Powell on the left-hand side, to try and overlap either Robinson or Stewart, get into that last third, get into wide areas, and look to get balls into the box to the front two of Yule and Lisby.
Sylvester keeping a close eye on Fish. But he still reached it. What a chance that was. And Yule knows it.
Well, it's the second time that Charlton have gone for this particular move, that near post, great little flick on, and you really would have expected Yule to score.
Scholes on to Beckham. He's got Giggs to his left. And feeds a near perfect ball to Ryan Giggs. Couldn't finish what had been a splendid counter-attack. Sylvester's presented it straight to Parker. Looking for Yule. Blanc across to concede the corner.
Well, I talked about how well Sylvester defended in the far post moments earlier, and it was his header really that allowed Scott Parker some room in midfield once again to take the fight to Manchester United.
It was the same routine. Costa tried to get his head to it as well this time. Robinson finding his way through. Fishy shot. Lisby across the box. Costa there again. Turned in by Stewart. But the linesman's flag will cancel his joy and provide more disappointment for Charlton. Offside.
Oh, great shame, but United were very adamant as soon as this ball came to Graham Stewart that he was offside. It really was fizzed around in the box. And it certainly, well, it was close, wasn't it? It really was a very narrow decision. I think it was perhaps Lisby at the far post that looked as if he was in an offside position, but Graham Stewart, very marginal indeed.
Giggs dispossessed. And Svensson gets his first touch. Wasn't the best ball back in by Lisby. He's got to really race back now as United break with Keane. Beckham to his right. Solskjær and Giggs ahead of him. And he picks out Giggs. Great effort, and a very good save by Kylie, but the rebound turned in, as usual, by Ole Gunnar Solskjær. It's 2-0 to United. It might just be game, set, match.
Well, they're furious, the Charlton players, and perhaps they've got some sort of credentials for a free kick against Ryan Giggs. This is a ball from David Beckham, but eventually gets to a great drive again from Roy Keane. And it's Charlton's attack that's now turned into Charlton defending, but as this ball from Beckham, Charlton felt incensed. They thought there was just a nudge from Ryan Giggs, but what a fabulous strike on the turn from the Welsh international. And it's a half chance, that's all it is for Ole Gunnar Solskjær. And there's the claim that Charlton felt there was a free kick, but the ball from Beckham, just a little nudge from Ryan Giggs, but it's a half chance that this fella makes the most of.
Incredible finish, wasn't it, by Solskjær? Oh, and almost an incredible immediate strike back by Parker for Charlton.
Well, again, it's a real kick in the teeth, isn't it, for Charlton Athletic conceding that goal.
High challenge there. Gary Neville feeling just above his knee as George Costa came in on him. And sure Sir Alex will agree this has not been a vintage performance by any means from Manchester United's point of view and by their high standards, but these are exactly the type of difficult games that you have to win if you want to become champions, and win they have done. There goes the final whistle. Charlton Athletic have been beaten. Manchester United's roll continues. 11 wins from their last 12 Premiership matches. They've now moved on to 54 points. They're back on top of the FA Barclaycard Premiership.
Well, Alex, at what point were you able to relax today?
Probably 90th minute, but because they made it very, very difficult for us. A real lively pitch, difficult to pass the ball in it. And Charlton played the right way. They played everything forward and made us contest everything. A lot of aerial play, and it was really difficult for us.
Obviously, we're playing against a top-class side. They've got 5 or 6 players at any given time can change the game. And in one of them today, SOLSKJAER, certainly changed the game because 2 fantastic finishes. I mean, we're disappointed a little bit on the defending, but he's shown in the last couple of games against us that, you know, if he gets a sniff, it normally ends up in the back of the goal.
That's 9 in 13 for you now as well, Ollie. Do you feel you've made yourself Ruud's natural partner up there?
I don't think on it that way. I just try to make the decision difficult for the manager to leave me out next time.
There was a bit of complaint from Charlton about the second goal. They felt maybe Ryan Giggs had pushed his marker. Did you see anything wrong with it?
Maybe. I'm not sure. Obviously, when the play goes on, you just have to do what you can.
You had a goal as well that was disallowed. Did you think that was fair to be disallowed?
It's impossible to say for me, really. I mean, I just, guided it into the net. And, unfortunately, the lads have said it was offside. So, the linesman got it right. Fair play to him.
It's no disgrace to be beaten by the champions, but is there an overriding sense of disappointment in your dressing room?
Well, there is, because we feel that we put on a decent performance. We've done the best we possibly could. Perhaps we didn't carve them open like we, perhaps would have liked to. But there was enough half chances for us to have got something out of the game, and we're just disappointed that, when the chances popped up, we didn't perhaps hit the target often enough.